Hey there. If you've been making debt payments month after month, but feel like you're getting nowhere, I've got something exciting to share. Today, we're talking about the debt snowball method of paying off debt. It's a strategy that can finally help you crush those balances for good. In this video, you're going to learn 3 key things. First, why the debt snowball method is a powerful strategy for paying off debt. 2, exactly how to put it into action step by step. And finally, some super practical steps that you can use to avoid falling back in debt while you're working your plan. By the end, you'll have everything you need to start tackling your debt with confidence and see real progress. Let me share a quick story. I once worked with a client that was not making much headway with their debt. They were making minimum payments on over $200,000 worth of loans, but those balances barely moved. Then we implemented the debt snowball method. In just 7 months, they paid over $35,000 and eliminated 4 out of their 12 debt. It wasn't magic. It was the power of a clear strategy and the momentum it creates. So what exactly is the debt snowball method? It's beautifully simple. You start by paying off your smallest debt first while making the minimum payments on all the other debt. I know what you might be thinking. Should I not be paying the highest interest debt first? Here's the thing. The debt snowball method is not so much about math, but about mindset. When you see those smaller debts disappearing quickly, it creates this amazing psychological boost that keeps you motivated to keep going. So now let's talk about why this works so well. Think about how it feels when you're making progress on any goal you have. That feeling of accomplishment, it builds momentum. Every time you completely pay off a debt, no matter how small, you get this burst of confidence that makes you even more determined to tackle the next one. Now, let me walk you through exactly how we put this in action. First, you want to list all your debts from smallest to largest. Don't quite worry about the interest rates for now. We're focused on paying off the balances. Second, you want to make sure that you're paying the minimum payment on everything else except for the smallest debt. Step 3, this is where the magic happens. Take any extra money that you could find in your budget and put it towards that smallest debt until it's completely gone. Step 4, once that smallest debt is paid off, take everything you're paying towards it and roll it into the next smallest debt. Now let's talk about some common challenges that you might face. First up, that temptation to start off with high interest debt first. I get it. Mathematically, it might save you some more money in interest, but here's what I've seen work time and time again. Those quick wins from paying off the smaller debts create a momentum that's worth way more than the savings of paying the higher interest debt first in the long run. Because at the end of the day, consistency and your ability to stick to the plan is the most essential thing. Another challenge is the risk of falling back into debt while you're working your plan. This is why I always recommend starting an emergency fund that is specific to your unique situation. And we want to do that while paying off this debt. So how you divvy this up in terms of how much extra money goes towards the emergency fund and how much goes towards debt is up to you. However, you don't want to shirk one for the other. So how do you determine how much you want in your emergency fund? I want you to think about some emergencies that might have occurred to you in the past and plan accordingly. That's just a way to start while you're paying off your debt. And then ultimately, down the line, you can decide how much you want for a fully funded emergency fund. But right now, you just want something to hold on to in case something comes up where you're going to need money and you don't want to incur more debt. Speaking of unexpected expenses, let's talk about how to handle those without reaching for credit cards. Setting up sinking funds, which are basically savings accounts for specific future expenses. And don't underestimate the power of a side hustle to give your debt payoff an extra boost. So now that you know how to start tackling your debt with the debt snowball method, this is just the beginning. There's so much more to learn about managing your money, paying off debt faster, and building a solid financial future. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of it. I have more videos coming that will help you take control of your finances and reduce financial stress, and I don't want you to miss out.